This is Soph,
This is Rich.
and we are from across the pond.
I didn't think you was with us, so I thought I was going to have to stop when we were going to have to do it again. There was a little pause at the beginning.
Like this one?
Uh-huh. You left me hanging.
How was your week?
Busy, tiring, but yeah, I survived.
Go, girl. You
Usual
survived?
work, school, home, Alfie. I do want to say it was my father's birthday on Monday. Happy birthday, Father.
Happy birthday, Father.
And I will say that obviously we know he watches the show. He did send me a message because our show on Sunday was then and now, like how things have changed since we was younger. And he sent me a message after he watched it saying, in 1979, the first McDonald's opened in London and burgers were just 15 pence.
15 pence. Is that pennies?
Yeah, like cent.
Yeah, pennies.
And he also said that
the pond people,
he also said every table was allowed to have an ashtray on it.
Yeah, you could smoke in establishments back then.
I know, right? I know we're going completely back to topic, but also it reminded me of back in the day, if you used to go to like a bingo hall, if you looked up to the ceiling, there would be a massive cloud of smoke where all the old ladies and old men were smoking in the hall, and all the smoke just rose up and sat at the top. But now you're not allowed to smoke anywhere. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Well, there's some places you can.
Yeah, outside, not inside.
Well, here there's some places you still can smoke inside.
Really? Ooh, not here. You're not allowed.
Excuse me.
Anyway, how was your week?
My week was very eventful, busy. I work for the government, so right now the government's going through their business, financial, end of the year type thing. So it was really, really busy. So hopefully, end of the fiscal year, that's what they call it.
End of the what?
Fiscal year, which is
fiscal.
Yeah, which they get like a allotted amount of money a year to use. And right now, that's what the big deal is right now.
Well, if they'd like to use some across the pond, I wouldn't say no.
I wouldn't say no to it if they gave me some.
Why don't you ask them to invest in our show? Then we both get some.
Yeah, I would have to ask Biden. He's my boss.
Wow, that says it all, really, doesn't it? So yeah, you're good. You've had a good week. Everybody's good.
Yes. Slept well. I still might have the ATP yawn, but I did sleep well.
I can't say I slept well, and I'm not gonna lie. Alfie was up at 3 a.m. this morning.
Oh, he's breaking the Guinness Book of World Records. I thought it was 4. Now he's moving it up an hour.
Yeah, and he didn't even go back to sleep after. And I literally dropped him to school at 8:30, and then went straight to work. And I worked solidly from 9 until, I got in at 3. But I used to have a cleaning business, and I hung my marigolds and my apron up because I upped the photography game, so I left the cleaning behind. But there's a you would call it real estate, we would call it estate agents that still have kept I haven't had my cleaning business for about, I want to say like 4 years, but they've still kept me on their books to do their big jobs when their tenants move out. And I'm like, oh. So when they phone up and they say, oh, Lee from Sorben Estates gave us your number, I'm like, let me up the price. So then they'll say, no, it's too expensive. And I'll say, oh, well, it's going to be this. Okay, fine. And I'm like,
yeah, make that money.
So I had to go and get these. Still smell bleach, even though I've cleaned them 1,000 times. But
that's good.
What's going on in the news? I beat ya.
Well, like I said, right now, Congress is bumping heads on how much money they're going to work out as far as for the budget of the year. But celebrity gossip.
Okay, you're
You
jumping
know what
straight to
I'm getting ready
celebrity
to say.
gossip. Go on.
You know what you normally do celebrity gossip, but I got some
Oh, there's
celebrity.
a couple. There's a couple. Go on.
R. Kelly. Oh man, R. Kelly got convicted, and I was watching
How
it.
long did he get?
He doesn't get sentenced until May.
So does that
But
mean
they're
he's
saying
out and about till May, or they lock him up
no.
till May?
He's in jail till he's sentenced. But they're saying 10 years to life.
Whoa, what can you
A lot.
say? You do the
But then you
crime
know
at
what?
time, you got to commit the crime, whatever it is to commit the
I
crime, do
know.
the
And I
crime.
listened to a bunch of people and what they said about everything. And, you know, us as minority, we're not fazed by it. Like, you know, it was like a stone silence. Because, you know, after the video, like they said, if the video wouldn't have went out surviving R. Kelly, he'd probably still be out right now.
Mm.
What being said is that now everybody should, I feel as though, and a lot of people do feel like he shouldn't be alone. The
Oh,
people
well,
who
you've
helped
changed your
him.
tune because you were saying you didn't believe he did it a little while ago. Why are all these women only
Well, you
coming
know
out
what?
now? Now listen to you.
I turned the blind, I'm gonna be honest, I turned the blind eye at it, and I have to admit, I did turn the blind eye to it. But now that it's out and he's found guilty, you know, it is what it is. I can't judge him, you know what I mean? But the question is, would you still listen to his music?
Oh yeah, you know, it's a totally different thing, isn't it? You can't mix business with pleasure. So yeah, keep them separate, I say. And
Well,
also,
not
not
only,
only that, snippets of his music have been used to remix so many different songs. So if you start cutting out his music, you're cutting out a big thing. Do you know what I mean? Not just him, songs that he's collabed with other people, bits that he's been remixed in. It's pointless. It's music's music. That's like saying don't listen to Michael Jackson's music.
but Michael Jackson, that was a different case, though.
But it's still dodgy. He's still questionable. Sleeping with young boys is what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
everyone's still going
but
to
that
listen to
was
his
found.
music.
He was found not guilty. R. Kelly has found guilty and
Oh
will
yeah,
be
you're not
forever
guilty.
labeled.
Take
He
my
will be
paper because
forever.
I'm not guilty. Yeah, we know them
He will be
stories.
forever labeled as a predator. That's the thing that messes me
And
up.
if Michael was still alive, he'd forever be labelled a weirdo, a pedo, whatever. It's the same thing. Mud sticks. So anyhow, the other bit of celebrity gossip that we're gonna there's a magpie on that we're going to address before we do my news. Brittany's been set free. Whoop, whoop. The court
Free
have
Britney.
said snipped
little
her
sexy
father
stuff.
off from the money. She is set free.
Yeah, let her make some money, man. Let her spend her own dough.
Okay, the only thing I don't understand is you probably don't follow her on socials, but I follow her on the gram ever since it really started. Free Britney, the movement, blah blah blah. So I thought, let me follow it, see what's occurring. She's posting a lot of topless pictures, or pictures of her literally in the nude, but she's just got her hand covering her bits. And I just think, why?
Dude,
I get
that out.
I get that you want to make a stand, or you want to be seen, or you want to be heard. What's with the nakedness, man? I don't get it.
She's a baddie. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No, I don't think. I honestly think she needs to see somebody in the nicest possible way. I ain't saying she's crazy, but all that stuff must have affected her. All the stuff that her dad did, taking her money, controlling
Sex
her, blah, blah.
sells.
It's got to have affected her mindset, mentally. I don't care what anyone says. So I think she needs a little bit of help. But just keep your clothes on, Brittany. You're not doing yourself any favors, my love.
Sex sells.
Anyway, in the news over here, the main thing is still.
And congratulations, she's getting engaged.
Well, yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago. We should have said that. But yeah, it's got a big old rock on her finger. We ain't got no petrol, fuel, diesel, whatever you want to say still.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute carnage. Like, people are literally jamming the roads, queuing for hours. As soon as a petrol station, gas station, whatever you want to call it, gets a bit of fuel, people have been queuing from like 5 a.m, honking their horns. Like I thought I'm not going until I need it. So I waited till it was on like the beginning of the red bar. And I thought, well, I'm going to have to go now. I had 75 miles left. I'd only been taking Alfie to and fro school or going to the shops if I needed food because I didn't want to make unnecessary journeys. Let me tell you, six petrol stations I went to. 2 was closed. 3 had petrol but no diesel, and I need diesel. And the 6th one I went to had diesel, but you had to queue and wait to be ushered in by somebody who works. And there's a limit. Some garages are only letting you have £20. Some garages are only letting you have £30. That's your limit. My dad said he went to the garage up by him. He lives like 2 hours up the map. And when he went to the garage, the guy said to him, "What do you want?" And he said, "I want £40." And he was like, "No, sorry, £20 limit here." And he went, "Okay, we'll put £20 in and then come back and do it again. That's 2 lots of £20." And the guy was like, "Nah, sorry, I can't do that." They're still saying there's not a shortage of fuel. There's a shortage of drivers. And when the United Kingdom left the EU, so Brexit came, they left the European Union, anybody that worked here that was only on a temporary visa, foreign visa, had to go back. So they're claiming that there was 100,000 tanker drivers that went home, which I personally don't believe. 100,000 people just like that gone. Nah. And they weren't all truck drivers. It's a ploy. Personally, whoa there. Personally, I think they've done this to take your attention away from what's really going on, because the whole time this petrol thing's been in the news, which has been about a week and a half now, Corona ain't been mentioned once. Because as long as you're talking about petrol, don't matter what's going on in the background. Shh, 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 shh. Keep the petrol, keep them talking about. So they're causing a stir. People need to open their eyes. They're causing a stir to take your attention away from the real problem. Then, because they're saying it's foreign drivers, they're saying, why doesn't the government grant these foreign people temporary visas to come and do the job? And the foreign people are saying, no, we don't want to help you. You kicked us out. So why are we going to help you? No, up yours. So now Bojo's saying, don't panic. We're going to get the army in the streets. The army's going to come and sort it out.
So what are they going to do? They're going to pump your gas?
Who knows? But how can you say, don't panic, the army's coming? That's a contradiction in itself.
Well, wouldn't that cause
I think Bojo and the media caused this. If they never told you there was going to be a shortage of drivers or a shortage of fuel, no one would have panicked. Do you know what I mean? People would have just merrily carried on about their business, getting petrol when they need it. And then if it does get short, just say to the petrol suppliers, can you put a little bit of a cap on it while we sort this out in the background? But instead,
they put it on news. They put it on blast.
Everywhere. Oh, don't panic, but there's going to be no fuel. Gumbos panic. Oh my God, give me fuel, give me fuel. So there's none anywhere. Roads are blocked. And they're saying it's going to be like this till Christmas.
Ooh. Sucks to be you guys. We got plenty of fuel.
Do you know what? They're just making... I'm going to put it under the bus. I don't care. When people watch that on the news, oh, this is what's going on in England, they must think, what a load of plums. Look at the state of them lot. Bloody panicking over if they're going to have fuel in their car.
Oh, well, we've had that in the past. That's nothing new here. We've had that happen.
Exactly. And we were probably saying, look at those Americans. So why are they being so silly? But England is a laughing stock. They need to wake up and smell the coffee. It's a ploy to get your attention taken away from the real nitty gritty, what's going on.
The pandemic.
Anything could occur. You wouldn't know because you're too worried about if you've got fucking gas in your car. I said what I said.
Well, you got it. Do you have, well, before we change shifts here, do you have enough petrol?
Well, I only allowed £20, so that only gave me half a tank. So I've probably got...
Do you have petrol?
Yeah, I can get if I need to go somewhere.
Then we're good.
Do you know my thing is, if I run out and there ain't none anywhere, I don't care. I can't go anywhere then. I'll just stay at home. No big cheese. What do you want me to do?
No
I
big
can't
cheese.
go. I can't go.
No big cheese.
In other news,
In other news,
the new Bond film come out this week.
dun 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 dun.
So that is actually going to be our Fun Friday topic because you're a film buff.
I love James Bond.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
I love me some James Bond.
Who's your favorite?
Sean Connery.
Yes. People, when I ask that, always say Roger Moore, and I'm like, nah. Do you know why?
I love me some Roger Moore, but Sean Connery was the man.
But do you know why? It's in the voice. The name's Bond. James Bond. That is why.
Shaking, not
Get
stirring.
it in. Mm.
Yes,
I've got
my boy.
I've got to say this.
Rest in peace, Sean Connery. But that was my boy.
Is he dead?
Yes, he's gone.
Oh, sorry to hear that, love. The worst by far has got to be Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
Whoever let him be it. He's Mrs. Doubtfire, for goodness sake. He ain't James Bond. Come on now.
He was all right.
He's in Mamma Mia. He ain't James Bond. Come on, you can't compare the two.
Well, what do you think about Daniel Craig, the new James Bond? Well, he isn't the new. He's the last.
No, this is his last one. I don't get it twisted. He suits the part. Visually, he's not for me. Not even coming out of the sea in his Y fronts. Don't do it for me.
Well, see, this is the thing. In the books, a lot of people don't know, and if they do know, James Bond wasn't attractive. He was a rugged spy.
But some people find rugged attractive.
Exactly.
What's attractive to one isn't attractive to the other. To me, no. And I know he was old, but Sean Connery kind of had a bit of sex appeal when he was James Bond. Daniel Craig.
All the James Bonds had sex appeal.
Oh no, come on, not Pierce Brosnan.
You didn't think so?
Who was the one before Daniel Craig?
Before Daniel Craig, it was Pierce Brosnan.
No, I think he was a little while ago. Otherwise, Daniel Craig's been doing it for
I got it written down. And before Pierce Brosnan, it was Timothy Dalton.
Oh, really? He was all right.
Yeah, he was okay.
Do you know what? It seems to be at Christmas. That's when James Bond is on. Like every day for about 2 weeks, there's a different James Bond on.
I love me some James Bond. I love him.
Do you know what I used to really like? The guy with the gold teeth, Jaws, is that his name? You know, like from the old ones, the bad guy.
Yeah.
I used to like him. Not like it, but I'd be like, oh my God.
The big giant guy.
And I like the Asian Chinese guy who had the hat. The short guy.
With the
yeah.
blades on it.
Yeah.
At the brim. Yeah. Big guy. Yeah. I loved Goldfinger. That's one of my very favorites. And Diamonds Are Forever. They were my two favorites.
Do you know who's singing the song in this new one?
I don't have a clue.
Ooh.
I remember Adele did one.
Yeah.
And then I know
Shirley Bassey's done some, two, maybe
and
three.
I know Tina Turner did one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know.
Sam Smith done one.
Who?
Sam Smith.
Sam Smith. Now, did Billie Irish do one?
Oh, I don't think so. She's a bit too now.
Right. I think it was Sam Smith. That's what I'm probably confused.
I mean, you're talking about a guy and a chick. You're definitely getting confused.
They sound alike to me.
Okay, answer me this much. Who do you think should be the next James Bond?
I don't have a clue. Some people say it should be a woman.
No. At the minute, they're saying it should either be Idris Elba or the guy from Bridgerton, Reggie, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Well, Idris Elba said that he doesn't want to be James Bond.
Okay,
So that's
maybe he
that's a
wasn't
nix.
allowed.
That's a nix.
Maybe he wasn't allowed to tell anybody. It's just a ploy to put you off the scent.
He put it in a rhyme.
Don't mean to
The
say
first
it's
time I heard
true.
him rap, he talked about being James Bond. Ain't for him.
Well, if you get paid enough money not to say nothing, you ain't gonna say it, are you?
A black James Bond, I would lose my mind.
Why? Does it state in the books that James Bond was white?
No.
There's my point, exactly.
I mean, he's a British actor. There's British black people.
Exactly.
So me honestly, I would lose my top.
What about Jason Statham? Do you think he'd make a good James Bond? He's a bit young, isn't he?
No, he's up there. He's more action packed. Like, I don't know. He's too actiony to me.
James Bond is action packed. He's a bloody spy.
I know, but he doesn't. To me, he doesn't fit the standard to me.
Okay, well, who fits the standard then to you?
I haven't seen. Oh, you know who I think? Henry Cavill, the dude that played Superman.
No, he's too boyish. He looks about 12. That's just not James Bond.
He's a pretty boy, and he's buff, and he's action packed. I think he would play a great. I think he'd play a great James Bond.
No, you can't play two superheroes, James Bond and Spider-Man, Superman, whoever he plays. No, you can't do that. That's greedy.
Why can't he?
Because you can't. That's like playing two leading parts. You can't do that in the same play.
Well, he ain't playing Superman right now.
Nah, I don't buy that.
He's an actor. They act. He can play two different joints. I think he would fit the bill as far as James Bond. Be a little stockier.
I think the bad guy in this new one is that dude who played Freddie Mercury.
Yes. And I like him as a character actor.
I like him as an actor. He's a bit odd looking, to be fair. So maybe that's why they cast him as a baddie. He's a bit odd looking.
He's a bit odd looking.
Yeah. But don't they give him half a face? I've seen the thing. He's got half a white face.
I don't know.
Spoilers. That's only from one trailer I've seen it. Whoa,
yeah, I don't want to give up too many because I'm going to go see that on the big screen. I've seen every James Bond movie.
I thought about it. Jury's still out if I do that or not.
What's still out?
The jury, whether I go to watch it on a big screen or not. I haven't been to see a James Bond film on a big screen. I just wanted to go to cinema and there wasn't nothing on I wanted to watch. So I thought, oh, well, that's new. May as well watch that. Okay. I just want to go and have 2 scoops of ice cream.
It don't matter what movie it is, as long as you get 2 scoops
and
of
a Tango Ice Blast.
And a Tango Ice Blast.
I'm easily pleased.
All right. You know, there's only been 6 James Bonds.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna name them off by number 1, who is, our best.
I've got it. What you're gonna.
Sean Connery was number 1. Number 2 was George Lansbury. Lansby.
Get it right. Get the name right if you're going to do this, please.
Yeah, George Lansbury. Lansby. Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and now Daniel Craig.
I still think Pierce Brosnan's the worst. You can't go from James Bond to singing Dancing Queen in flares and platforms. It's not right.
That's not right?
Nah.
He's an actor.
Don't mean to say he's any good at it. Doesn't mean to say he's any good at it. Just because you're an actor doesn't mean to say you can play every single part. He should.
So you mean to tell me because you play James Bond, you can't play anything else other than action-packed movies? No,
but let's just put it this way. People have got their niche. Look at Vin Diesel, right? He's an action hero guy. When he played that part in The Pacifier, absolute, sorry Vin, I love you, absolute crap. Because that's not his genre.
Well, he still played action.
Brosnan needs to stick to musicals and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Mm-mm.
So we're none the wiser then as to who you would think, apart from Superman's going to be the next one.
Henry Cavill.
They
I
haven't
throw
offered.
Henry Cavill.
They haven't offered up anybody apart from Idris and Reggie from Bridgerton.
How you know they even offered it to him?
I meant offered as in offered us a little snippet of information about who it's going to be.
Well, it's always top secret who's be the next James Bond. You probably won't know until after this movie. And I'm throwing Henry Cavill in the mix.
Well, you know, we ain't going to find out for a little while anyway, because I've only just bought this one out. So you're going to have to wait at least a year, I'd say.
Yeah. But there's a lot of movies between them all, though. A lot. I mean, there's a lot of movies.
Have you got a favorite Bond girl?
Halle Berry, hands down.
You don't like Pussy Galore?
You just wanted to say Pussy Galore. That's all. Or Octopussy. That was one of the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Why do they always make James Bond like a love rap?
Womanizer?
Yeah.
Because that's just what he is. He's a spy and everything. Well, see, in the books, he's a rugged guy. He ain't real attractive. But the movies you have to have the movie.
In one of the ones with Daniel Craig, didn't he meet a chick and then she got killed?
Yeah.
Okay, so potentially that could have been the love of his life and she got killed.
Could have been.
Okay.
Never know. Could have been. But then there's some other spies in this one too.
But
Spoilers.
Is there any more James Bond film books left? Like, how many books was written? Or are they just making it up as they go along now?
I don't know. I would have to look into it because I tell you right now, I don't know if there's any more James Bond books.
So if not, then they're just winging it and making films off the back of a bat, really.
Well, these films are good. I tell you right now. I love the gadgets. What
about Tom Hardy? Would he make a good Bond?
Ooh, Tom Hardy.
He played
that
the
was
Greys.
a good one. That was a good one.
Just going back to what you said, I'd like some gadgets too, like a little spy pen or something. Like I can open it and just be like, shoot somebody, or not shoot somebody, but like a pellet or something or anything. Why do you have to have a boring pen?
Tranquilizer dart with a pen.
Yeah, man, just like that.
Put you to sleep.
Yeah, imagine
I love
that.
the cars.
Imagine
I love
that.
everything about James Bond. I love the cars.
Okay, forget the cars.
Imagine
going to a meeting and somebody's actually boring the absolute pants off you, and you just get your pen out and go, "Poof, shut up."
And everybody know it'd be you. Everybody know it'd be you.
Oh no, because in there will be like that special stuff like Men in Black that makes you forget.
You went from James Bond to Men in Black.
Mix it up.
They did have gadgets in Men in Black. You're right. But what's your favorite James Bond movie?
I'm going to say I actually like Quantum of Solace.
Oh, okay. You like Daniel Craig, huh?
I didn't say he's the first, but that's the best movie. And that's only because some of the other ones, like with old Sean and all that, they're a bit old now,
Yeah, but I love them because they're not that long.
I know, but when you've seen them a few times, it's a bit like, okay.
Oh. I agree. But they're not that long. Now, movies are like 2 hours long.
And then some.
Yes, and then some.
Talking about long movie, I know this is a side sweep. Talking about a long movie, you watched The Irishman, right, on Netflix?
Yes.
That's like 3.5 hours. Someone said to me, don't watch it all in one go, but I did because I didn't have nothing else to do. Oh.
Yeah, the Irishman, Martin Scorsese should be ashamed of himself.
He
He's
could have
done
cut
better
that.
work.
He could have cut that in half, man.
He's done better work. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Just I only mentioned that because we talked about long movies. That's all. Back to that. Back to Bond.
Yes.
Now, talking about James Bond, I absolutely love me an extra dry martini. I ain't gonna lie. I
yes,
don't have
you and martinis.
I don't have it shaken or stirred. I have it on the rocks. Neat, ice, done. No olive, rank. I haven't got time for that. Ice in the glass, extra dry martini. Job's a good one. That is why I would make a good spy. I should be a female.
Make a good spy because you can make it. Because you can drink. Because you can make a good martini.
Yeah, and I want a dark pen. Yeah.
And you want a dark pen. How about the cars?
Aston Martin. Yeah, I'll have one.
And the little. I forgot.
The yawn. Oh my god, the yawn. Yeah.
I forgot. No, I wasn't yawning. I was thinking. I'm trying to think of the handgun that he had that's like famous. Here's a famous handgun. Anybody out there knows James Bond's famous handgun?
Answers on a postcard.
He always has in the movies. Huh?
I said answers on a postcard.
Ask us on a postcard?
Answer. You said who knows about his gun? I said answer us on a postcard. That's what they used to say on the show. If you know the answer, write in on a postcard.
Yes, but I love all the gadgets. I love all the James Bond girls. Halle Berry happens to be the best to me.
She is a fox.
Fox ain't the word. What? The older she gets, the better looking she is. Halle Berry, yeah, I'm shooting my shot.
Halle Berry, if you're listening, you are like a fine wine and a good cheese. You get better with age.
She said it. Nailed it.
And I ain't gonna lie, I love me some wine and cheese. So you go, Halle Berry.
Mm-hmm. Goldfinger, Dr. No, and they're all Sean Connery.
Okay, talking about the Bond, you naming thing. What do you think about the spin-off thing, the Spy You Shagged Me or whatever, Austin Powers? What do you think about that?
I thought it was hilarious.
Oh.
I loved all. Yeah, I love all of Austin Powers.
I thought it was silly funny, like not ha-ha funny,
yes.
Just like ridiculous.
I thought it was retarded funny. I thought it was hilarious.
No, that's not my cup.
Spy Who Shagged Me. Yes. It was a spoof, and guess what? Can nobody top those joints? Some joints, all of them are funny.
Nah, not for me.
You didn't like them?
Nah. It's crazy, baby. No, I didn't like it.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I like it. I think that was great.
I don't really like stupid funny films though. I like funny ha-ha films, not stupid funny.
That's silly funny. Just ha-ha funny.
Yeah, you keep that yawn under wraps. I see that then.
I
only want to yawns with their mouth closed.
Nope. I slept good. All right, on to something else. Now that we have James Bond, what's the latest movie? I forgot.
Something to Die, No Time to Die.
No Time to Die. Coming out October 6th.
And Prince William and Kate and what's his name? Prince Charles and Camilla went to the premiere.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Lucky them.
You know what I mean?
I would love to go to a premiere.
And Kate Middleton wore a gold dress.
Oh, yeah?
That's what else has been in the news this week. Kate Middleton's bloody dress. Trying to take the limelight off of Harry and Meghan, that's why.
Oh, yeah. They need to leave Harry and Meghan alone. That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, Harry would make a good James Bond. Come on, Harry.
A redheaded James Bond.
He's got military experience, so he can do his own stunts. He's not bad looking. He ain't ugly, but he ain't bad looking. You could class him as rugged. He's English. Whoa, you heard it here first, folks. Prince Harry, getting
in the movies. Prince Harry in the movies.
He's gone to Hollywood, ain't he, with old Markle? Get in.
Markle could probably school him too. She's an actress.
Do you know what? She can even be a Bond girl if she wants for 10 seconds. Now, I can tell you're thinking about it. It's not a bad idea, is it?
It's not a bad idea because she could school him on the acting tip.
Steven Spielberg or whoever makes the films, Harry to be the next.
Steven Spielberg does not make James Bond movies. Well, even though that probably would be fantastic if he did do one.
Yeah, a dinosaur would probably come in around the back, you know, and fight it or something. But whoever's listening, Prince Harry, I'm going to start a poll, a petition, whatever you want to say. Prince Harry to be the next James Bond.
With Meghan Markle as a Bond girl.
That's debatable. We can put that in the terms and conditions. That's an add-on. We don't worry about her.
I mean, she's pretty. She can play a Bond girl.
I ain't taking nothing away from her. I think she's a very beautiful girl, but she needs to let Harry have his own limelight. So.
And she's from Pennsylvania.
Oh, well, that's okay then. Give her the job. Sign on the dotted line.
Yep, her. She's from PA, baby. Royalty, PA. Royalty. Right up the street.
Harry was born in Windsor, 20 minutes up the road from me. If you want to talk royalty, I've been to the Queen's house.
Right up the street here.
Windsor Castle, Buckingham Palace. I've been there. That's what you're talking about, rubbing shoulders with royalty.
Right up the street.
If you're going to be like that, Meghan just literally married into it and has jumped on the coattail.
That's right.
She's second-hand royalty.
Go ahead, Meghan. Right up the street.
Anyway, what's the next now? We've rinsed James Bond.
We've rinsed James Bond. Go and see it if you haven't seen it. It's
007. Why do you think they gave him the number 007?
I don't know.
And do you know the absolute funny thing is, I've got a friend, and do you know what his name is?
James Bond.
Roger Moore. He's a DJ. That actually is his real name. Roger Moore. Roger, I'm going to tag you.
Roger Moore.
Love me some Roger Moore. Yeah. You can listen to his show on, oh my God, I can't even remember, Star Point Radio on a Thursday and a Saturday. You can listen to Roger Moore, Star Point Radio. On a Thursday, I think it's 9 till 11. On a Saturday, it's 2 till 4 or 5. Oh my God, look how all of that information just oozed out of me. It just came to me all of a sudden.
I know, because he'd have been mad at you.
Roger, I got you.
Roger Moore.
Star Point Radio.
All right, on to better news.
Oh,
we are now talking about our series review.
Oh, yeah. Get in.
And today we're talking about Godfather of Harlem.
Oh, now I'm not going to lie. This has been out for a while, and I did want to watch it months ago when it came out. I just ain't got around to it, but I've been on it like a car.
Now that you have it. Now that you have it.
Oh no, we had it. I just didn't have time. Let's not get it twisted.
Forrest Whitaker stars in it, and he plays in the early 1960s an infamous crime boss, Bumpy Johnson.
Ooh.
Returned from 10 years in prison to find the neighborhood he once ruled in shambles.
But it comes at the beginning of every series, and it says that some of these things are based on true things that happened, and it has bits to do with Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali. They've come in it so far and done their bit, you know. They've talked about Martin Luther King. Not Luther as in Idris, yeah, Luther. What do you think of it when you watched it? Because you watched
I give it a grade A straight number 5 out of 10.
Do you know what?
Because I think it's a really good show, and anything that Forrest Whitaker puts his hands on turns to gold. I love him as an actor.
You know what? I watched the trailers, like I said, months ago when it first came out, and now I've had time to watch it. It has not disappointed. I feel like it's on for an hour. It's on Prime, Amazon Prime, for an hour each time. I feel like I'm watching like a mini movie every time. Like it's
I know, right?
Yeah.
So what you rate it?
5 straight up, 5 out of 5.
So you hear that, people? That's a straight 10.
10 out of 10.
That means it's worth the watch.
Get in, get
Worth
amongst
the
it.
watch. Get amongst it.
Get amongst it.
On it like a car bonnet.
Yeah. Purr.
Yupper.
Purr.
On to other news.
We've got more news.
Yes.
Have we?
Don't forget to click like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That ain't news. That's standard.
And if you don't like looking at our pretty faces, we are on Spotify, podcast wise. You can hear our beautiful voices.
And if you don't know, if you don't know,
now
get to know. If you don't know, get to know.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, our website is up, Across the Pond with Rich and Soph.
Are you Eggy?
That being said, merch is out there. Grab yourself some.
ATP style.
ATP style.
Yeah.
I am so looking forward to Sunday. Sunday is going to be as serious as it can be. It's going to be fun.
Well, I'm not going to say fun, but it's definitely going to be serious Sunday. No guest either, just these two.
I find it to be fun.
Well, depends what way you look at it. If you want to know what we're talking about, tune in on Sunday.
Tune in on Sunday. And for you James Bond fans out there, if there's a James Bond movie you would love us to shout out on Sunday, be sure to send us a comment.
Yeah, I mean,
who's
look,
who's your favorite James Bond?
My dad commented about the burger being 15p and we shared it. Got anything you want to say about Bond? Get it out there. Who do you want to be the next James Bond? Tell us.
Yes, she says Idris.
Or Harry, come on, if we're going to stick to
or
the
older. And Marco being the Bond girl.
Debatable, but at least Harry. All right.
All right. Guess what? This is Soph.
This is Rich.
And we are from across the pond.
You can't hear it?
Can't hear it.
Can't you? I can. Just dance, just like you can hear it. Really? You couldn't hear it?
Couldn't hear it. Not at all.
Oh my God. Well, maybe when we watch it back, it might be there. I definitely played it. Knox, it was definitely on today's show.
Yes.
Promise. Scouts honor.
All right.
Dib, dib, dub, dub.
I will see you on Sunday.
Yepper.
Yupper.